Hi friends, Tony DeWitt here, Missouri appellate attorney and a guy who likes to make the law make sense on YouTube. Here's what we're discussing today. Sometimes my brethren in the legal profession take advantage of the position that they have been allowed to occupy in the governmental stratosphere. And when that happens, it's almost never a good look. And it doesn't matter whether it's legal or not. It matters whether it provides the appearance of impropriety. So I have always tried to practice law to avoid the appearance of impropriety. So I don't drive drunk. In fact, I don't drink at all, but I don't drive drunk. I try to stay on the speed limit because as an officer of the court, that's the right thing to do. And when you're talking about a traffic ticket, it doesn't really seem to be that big a deal. But it certainly is possible to turn it into that big of a deal. For example, in this video, which I'm going to chop up a little bit and just sort of give you the juiciest parts because I think I don't want to waste your time with a lot of nonsense, I want you to watch a couple of things here. One is the attitude of the person who will be the defendant in a criminal case, or at least a civil infraction case. I want you to watch the demeanor of the police officer. I want you to see what the defendant has done in order to try and get the officer off of her back. And then we'll talk about some of the things that she absolutely got wrong.
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you can call them.
Can you please come over here? This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay, I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay. Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
To leave me alone. It's
Officer Christopher. Can you stay over here, ma'am? This is a legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous. Go away.
Hello, sir.
Did you catch that attitude? That attitude was unbelievable. You know, her first words were, "I'm a DA." Yeah, I know I was speeding. I was going 55 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone. And yeah, I didn't pull over. She obviously knew what she was doing, and she later admits that. But just the venom that she's spitting here at the officer is kind of hard to imagine when you are supposed to be the chief law enforcement officer of the county. And so she made it even worse after this initial part of the encounter, and we'll see that next.
And she failed to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God.
Yep. All right. Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you.
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my.
I don't know why you're acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. Okay, 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were
I
initiated.
didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah, there were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind
I'm
you.
not dealing with you right now.
Can you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA of Monroe County.
I just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
You know what's so poisonous about this interaction being captured on video and displayed to everybody? Sovereign citizens all over the country now are going to point to it and say, see, she didn't have to get out of the car. They allowed her to go in the house, and he didn't make her go to the back of the car. See, we don't have to do that. She knew her rights, and he didn't push her. And of course, that's all wrong. Actually, this officer probably should have essentially detained her and put her in cuffs at this point, but he probably wants to keep his job. And so that's probably why he's not doing it. He knows this is a powerful person, and he also knows that everything that she's doing is being captured on body cam. A subtext of this, which I don't think is as obvious as it could be, is that Sandra Doorley is a Republican prosecutor, and the area around where she is heavily Democratic, so I'm not really sure how she got appointed or how she got elected, but at any rate, she is the county prosecutor. She's a Republican, and now all of the town council people who are Democrats are up in arms about the way their police officer was treated, and I can't say as I blame them. Sandra ran afoul of one of the key rules of keeping your job, which is you never want to be caught on camera acting like a jerk. And that's what she's doing. I'll get my DA badge. Now, most folks probably don't realize that a district attorney actually gets a badge. The technical name for it is shield. But she gets a badge so that she can assert her authority in certain situations. This is not one of the situations where she can assert her authority. And as we go on, she has a situation where she tells the officer that she's going to prosecute her own ticket anyway. Let's watch that.
I am the VDA of Monroe County.
I understand
Yes,
that, but that doesn't give you a right to go 55 and a 35. And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I understand that, ma'am. I understand that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
Okay, anybody who had I can prosecute my own traffic ticket on your bingo card, raise your hand. That is probably the most absurd thing I've ever heard. Every criminal prosecutor knows that family, friends, acquaintances that you have a good relationship with, those are people you absolutely cannot agree to make deals for. You have to turf that off to another prosecutor and let them do it. Basically, in this case, she would have to appoint a special prosecutor, or she'd have to go to the judge and say, Judge, you know what? I need to have you appoint a special prosecutor to prosecute my traffic ticket because I can't do it, and nobody who reports to me can do it. And of course, she could also just pay the fine if they have that situation, if they have that set up in New York. In Missouri, you would get a ticket, and there would be instructions for how you could just mail the ticket price in if you wanted to do that. Now, that would have been a far simpler thing for her to do here, rather than say, I'm the one who prosecutes it, because that's wrong. And it gives the appearance of, I can get away with anything. You know, I could smack you upside the head. I'd be the one who prosecuted myself. Guess how that's gonna go, sucker? Again, you can't do this kind of thing as a DA. And so again, going a little further, she winds up talking to the actual supervisors here.
Hi, I'll talk to Jeff. Jeff,
Okay.
I was just on the phone with the chief.
Okay. I'm the supervisor with her now, so.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't want to pull over on Phillips Road. It was just, I figured I'd just pull up to my driveway.
Okay. Well,
And I called Dennis and I said,
okay.
that's me that they're trying to stop.
Okay.
So that's the end of the story.
Okay. But you should know better, right?
I was speeding. I know that.
Okay. So why didn't you just stop like you're supposed to?
Because I didn't feel like stopping on Phillips
Well,
Road at 5:30.
that's not your choice. You know that.
Well, I made it my choice.
Okay. Well, now you made it a bigger deal than it needed to be.
It's a really bigger deal. And when people start coming, it's a much bigger deal.
Well, you caused that, Sandra. Well, what do you want us to do? Not do our job because it's you?
No.
Let me help you out here. That is exactly what she wanted them to do, not do their job. Oh, it's the DA. Let's just let her break the law because she's the DA. That's what she wanted, but that's not what she got, and now she's upset about that. That's not a good look, and it certainly would seem to be that she is trying to use her position as the county prosecutor to avoid accountability for what she did. And she definitely knew that fleeing and eluding, which is what it is when you fail to stop for a police officer, is an arrestable offense. Now, the lowly patrolman here was not without allies, and the supervisors got involved and talked to this lady. And once the body cam footage came out, this really made a mess. She released a video statement apologizing. Let's take a listen to a couple of parts of that.
What I did was wrong, no excuses. I take full responsibility for my actions. I fell short of the values I've held for my entire 33-year career. I didn't treat this officer with the respect that he deserved. All police officers deserve respect. I am truly and sincerely sorry. I had just come from work. I was dealing with 3 homicides that occurred over the weekend. I watched a video where an innocent cab driver was executed. And I was still reeling from a frightening medical concern that my husband received that afternoon. But we all had bad days and stress, and it was wrong for me to take it out on an officer who was simply doing his job. While I previously apologized to him, I will say it again. I'm sorry. Police already have a tough job, and that day I made this officer's job harder. To the community, I owe you full transparency. Here's what I'm doing to hold myself accountable. First, I already pled guilty to the speeding ticket, and I will willingly pay the fine. Next, I'm referring the entire matter to a district attorney from another county for review and will fully cooperate with that investigation. I'm going to self-report this incident to the grievance committee, and I will cooperate with their investigation.
Now, I don't know how you view that apology, but I can tell you how I view it. I think in part it is sincere, and in part it is an attempt to avoid getting recalled. She does state later on that she is going to self-report it to the grievance committee, which is a good thing. When you screw up, if you break the rules and you know you've broken the rules, you can self-report, and in many situations, you wind up only with a reprimand because you did the right thing. And of course, if somebody has to drag you kicking and screaming in front of the bar, well, then they tend to be a little less willing to look the other way. Again, I don't know how that will come out for her. I hope that she was sincere. I hope that her apology was not one of those sorry, not sorry kind of things. It could be, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She did do the right thing. She did apologize both at the time of the ticket and on video in this statement. So I'd really appreciate your comments, your thoughts on this. Drop them in the comments down below. Let me know how you feel. Email me if you want to at the address above. And of course, if you have a video request, send it to me by email and put video request in it. And that makes it easier for me to find them amongst the 400 or so emails I get on that account. So thanks again for watching. If you have the opportunity today, go out of your way, do something nice for somebody, and then come on back down here next time and visit me at the beach and we'll talk about something else fun. If you like this video, here are a few others you might try, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a terrific day, guys.